It's the go-home show to Vengeance Day, and it's gonna get really interesting. My name is Jacy Pentagon, and let's see what we got tonight. Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia signed the contract for their title match at Vengeance Day. This crazy Austin Theory takes on Myles, Borne of the NQCC. Jacy, Jayne, Kelani, Jordan, Lola, Vice, and Carmen Petrovich battle it out for a shot at Selena Adams' North American title at Vengeance Day. Two tag teams debut on NXT as Hank and Tank take on Los Garza. And right now, oh God, I hate this guy. Alexander Bishop is out here as the current NXT champion. And the guy he seemed to be beefing with the past couple weeks was Andrade, who somehow just isn't here anymore. They had a big altercation, and now Bishop may have sent the hit out on him. The United SUVs made it there, but what does the champ want now? Guys, what keeps happening to my opponents? Where did Santana go? Where did Andrade go? Why is Ricky Saints acting like he isn't trying to use option C whenever he gets the chance? At least I know where Trick and Oba went, but it seems like I have nothing to do. Maybe people shouldn't make attacks on my life, attacks on John Osborne's life, attacks on the hold United has on NXT. And trust me, we will find out who attacked John Osborne and why they attacked John, because somebody or something is trying to ruin what we have here. Your world champion deserves to be on Vengeance Day, but if you want to give me the day off, I'm not going to be complaining when I'm sitting at the beach with a drink in my hand and the title in my left, because clearly nobody is worthy of being in the same ring as me. Well, hold on a second. Once again, Mike Santana is coming out here, and he's not playing with United. He wants Bishop, or he wanted Bishop a few weeks back. He got John Osborne, beat him, and now he's here once more. Oh, just the man I wanted to speak to. Does anybody else find it coincidental that Mike Santana, a last name I'm really not fond of, has a match with John Osborne, barely escapes by a roll-up, and then John is taken out to end the show? Where were you, Mike? How proud and powerful were you to strike a man with the cameras off and your identity hidden? You know anything about me, I'd do it to your face in front of the whole world if I could. Don't talk about my morals if you know what's good for you. I'm not who you should worry about with your boy band problems. I'm who you should worry about with your grown man problems, like that championship. That title means something, and you mean only half the words you say because you've been half a man since your manhood was snatched up by a bunch of college kids. I beat your red dot dog. Next up is the head honcho. Excuse me, hold that thought. I just have a tiny question that's been weighing on me since I first saw you. Do you work here? I mean, how do you expect to get an NXT championship match if you aren't contracted to NXT? It's just not computing right now. I'm sure you can give me a great explanation as to why. Because one man got your whole crew in a mess, and I just said I beat your homeboy. Okay, I get it. You beat John. John's now at home, which we still can't rule you out on it, but unfortunately, I don't think that's enough for you to get a match at Vengeance Day for the NXT World Championship. Are you crazy? You know, I'm in a giving mood because that corpse is gone again and it gave me so much more to live for, so I'll give you one more chance to get a shot at my title, but you'll have to get through United. Andre, come teach this man a lesson. Oh God, and he's having Andre Chase take a match against Mike Santana right now to maybe get Mike a match at Vengeance Day for the title. They just make Andre do anything. A bad run on Evolve earlier, and now he's got a match this very instant. Man, poor Mr. Chase! Spin the block already into the cover. Mike Santana has already picked up the win on Andre Chase, and Alexander Bishop's seen enough. I think Mike Santana may have earned himself a championship match with Super Kicks, and Bishop is not letting this go over easy. I mean, you shouldn't have sent Chase anyway, but oh my God, we're brawling all the way to the outside. He missed the splash, now getting sent into the barricade. Mike Santana, this TNA rep, is taking over NXT right now, taking the NXT champion wherever the hell he wants. Oh, but hold on, the NXT champion trying to fight back. This could go very wrong, very quick. Power bomb. I've had just about enough with you boys. If I could have stopped United a while ago, I would have. But unfortunately, I've been taken out prior and had a lot of things to deal with. However, what I can do now is make sure our NXT World Champion makes it on a big premium live event. I've spoken to TNA Director of Authority Santino Marella, and you guys can keep brawling wherever you want, because at Vengeance Day, it is Mike Santana versus Alexander Bishop. Falls count anywhere. Oh my god, you know what that means in this Universe Modes context. Mike Santana from TNA will get an NXT Championship match against Bishop on a damn pay-per-view. That is monumental, and they're gonna keep spinning the block, if you will. Now let's move on quickly to our first actual match, I guess, of the evening. Austin Theory has been going crazy since losing at the draft against Alexander Bishop for the championship. Candice LeRae tried to stop him last week, but he got told to figure himself out. And for some wild reason, Myles Borne is his target. Charlie Dempsey has been holding the NQCC objectively, like holding them back. And Myles doesn't want to be blind, deaf, and mute, so he got this match after being collateral damage of Austin Theory's outburst, throwing weapons at everything. This is Myles' first big test, his first actual match. You can blame Charlie for that. Let's get underway. Does Myles Borne have it in him, or is Austin Theory just on a different path right now? Is Myles trying to pick up a quick one, just like we saw earlier with Mike Santana and Andre Chase? But no, Tavion Heights has a big championship match. Ren Sinclair has challenged Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship when she was still around and the champion. And look at Myles Borne taking after the guy he looks a lot like. But Charlie Dempsey's also had a shot in the Iron Survivor, so everybody's getting or has had big shots before except for Myles Borne, and he's tired of being blind, deaf, and mute because he can't talk, he already can't hear, and he's supposed to not be seeing what the NQCC is doing to Tavion and doing to him. But right now he's going to deal with Austin Theory, who is very bad at losing one match, and Candice LeRae has been trying to help him, but it's still not working, as Austin Theory is just firing on a different level. He used to be one of the top stars of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I don't know if he's ever on SmackDown, but he was always in the conversation. He was with the Way. He was with the Johnny Gargano Way. He was with a lot of people in 2022, but it's just been a downward spiral for him, and it has spiraled into this. But Myles Borne with that patented drop kick, that very good drop kick that you can definitely tell he got from Randall Keith Orton, but that's besides the point. That might be his dad. Who knows? Do a paternity test. But speaking of people who have problems with their dad, that's not really their dad. Austin Theory taking down Myles, but no, trying to do it the Johnny Gargano way, if you catch my drift. But now, oh god, went for a German suplex, but no, Myles able to get out of it. And MKO, I guess you could maybe say. No. Austin Theory kicks out anyway. Now went for another drop kick with Theory, able to catch him, take him down. Myles up from the floor, though. Up from his floor, yeah, up from the floor. Got him in, no hold on. Theory in the corner, sends him off from that clothesline. Floating over to the blockbuster. And now sending Myles A-Town down. Wait, again, another one, another A-Town down. What? For a third time? No, wait, this time gonna drop Myles with an ataxia. 3 finishers back to back to back. Austin Theory beats Myles Borne. I feel like Myles was done after the first 2, but Austin Theory just put a little bit extra on it. What is that for? This man's losing it. And oh god, no, Theory, please. Please, you were throwing weapons around the other weeks, and now he's throwing them at Myles Borne. What has Myles done? I think he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Austin Theory again. Oh no, he got a chair, but clearly that's not enough. As he's got a kendo stick, and the NQCC isn't coming out to help him. What is going on here? Myles Borne is left to his own defenses. That's not a lot right now after taking those 3 finishers, and now again another ataxia, this time on a chair. Austin Theory is off his rocker, and then whoa, Candice is here. She said she was leaving after what Giulia said and what Austin Theory said. Thought she wouldn't be here anymore. She's on SmackDown, but Austin Theory doesn't like when she shows up. Told her to leave and stay out of his business, but Candice is making it hers. Zaria, big win last week. Yeah, I know, dipshit. You ask the most obvious questions every time. I beat overhyped Blake Monroe in her debut, which seemed to be such a topic of discussion, but I didn't care, and I still don't. Blake believes she's worthy of the title, but she's now at the very bottom, which she might prefer, but that's not the point. I let the title slip through my hands at Stand and Deliver, and I will not make the same mistake again. Giulia, Stephanie, I think I should make that match my own. Really? That's bold there, Z. Are you implying that I'm not telling the truth here? I beat Blake. I think I deserve that title shot. Some people also think that Australia isn't a real place. Why the hell are you talking to me? Trying to give you some hard truths, Z. Stop calling me Z. Then stop calling yourself championship ready. Why are none of them picking up? Are they hungover from a frat party? Again? Pick up, Jackson. Oh, Lord, I think Connor Murphy was trying to reach the Vanity Project, but that's Sean Legacy taking out Brad Baylor in the parking lot. WWE ID standout and Evolved Superstars going at it, and now that's Elijah from TNA, who also had his problems with Murphy, taking out Ricky Smokes. Swipe right has been swept away. Connor, Brad and Rick just got taken out, bro. What is going on? I mean, I can take a guess. Dude, it must have been. No, Jack, don't. You're on your own if you... I just know Joe Hendry is responsible for this.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry has appeared, and he's also taken out Jackson Drake. The entire Vanity Project has been neutralized ahead of the Hendry versus Murphy match at Vengeance Day. Now it's time for two tag teams to debut in NXT, as out comes Hank and Tank. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger have been ready and willing for a long time to get on the NXT roster, and now after getting involved with United's business towards the tag team championships, now the Belly Boys, the Belly Bandits, take on Los Garza. Angel and Berto are quite literally the polar opposites of Hank and Tank in every stretch of the imagination, but they all have the same goal, to go towards the tag titles. They are former SmackDown Tag Team Champions a while ago as Lotharios, but now they're extremely serious about getting themselves back to their former glory, especially down in NXT. Let's get right. Here we go, some tag team grapples as Los Garza is already firing off back-to-back tags. Are you kidding me? These two cousins are going to be working as a well-oiled machine, and now pushing Berto on to Hank Walker. But now these two Belly Boys, they ain't related, but man, they are cut from the same cloth. They are missing the same gears, but hey, it's working. And now Angel, maybe not working, because this is their first match, their first chance to prove themselves. And now look at Berto flying around, now trying again, a little far away, but Tank able to move anyway. Went for an exploder suplex, but no, Berto got him in with a DDT, and now they've been usually involved with other people, trying to be in groups, but it looks like these two are just by themselves now. But I mean, these two, Hank and Tank, would only be by themselves if it wasn't for the other, because they are very different from a lot of people. But now Angel trying to get himself in, but no, Hank just too big, just too much. Former security guard taking out Angel, now tossing him around. Are you kidding me? Walking around, went for a leg drop, but no, Angel sends him into the corner. Angel Garza, once touted as a future star, especially for his time. My God! The Spanish fly to the big man. Now Angel trying. Oh my God! Dropping him on his head. Berto tags in. He's feeling himself. But wait, better watch out. Hank is trying to get to Tank, but he wasn't able to. Berto just able to get him. And now look at these two just working together. Oh no, Hank back in it. Needed that tag into Tank Ledger. And now the big boy's gonna throw him around. The former SmackDown Tag Team Champions are off it, but no, hold on. Berto now able to move. Got him. Look at the strength of these two. Now send it out, Hank. And it's just a matter of time. No, wait, hold on. Maybe looking to slow it down a second, but no, Tank able to dodge. Big clothesline. Tagging to Hank Walker. Oh, Lord, no. Instantly got taken down. Went for the Enziguri. No, Hank takes him off the apron. Angel's down. And it's down to Berto. But Berto with a Hurricane Rana. But wait, roll up. Small package from Hank. Angel didn't even think he needed to. But Hank and Tank pick up the huge win. I wasn't even expecting that. I don't think Angel was either. Los Garza got caught a fast one by Hank and Tank. The Belly Bandits get their first win. catching the veterans off guard, and they're not going to let that go that easy. Oh, God. Take it down, Egg and Take. They couldn't even get a chance to help themselves, but no! Kale Dixon, Uriah Connors, Chase U, we think, are taking out Los Garza. They've had their problems, of course, the past couple weeks in the tag team division, are just trying to make a damn statement. Chase U, which they're not technically allowed to be, are making a statement, but that's Eric Ivar, the War Raiders. We haven't seen them in years. We haven't seen them in so long. They used to be Viking Raiders, but that's definitely War Raiders! Oh my goodness, they're back to their former selves, and now the War Raiders are causing havoc on NXT! Here we go again. Every tag team wants a shot. Will Los Garza, Hank and Tank, the War Raiders, Chase U, I'm not sure, but United, you have to defend the titles, and you will in a tag team turmoil match at Vengeance Day. Another tough draw for United. They're worried about John Osborne, but should be worried about their new tag title turmoil against every team possible, it seems. Who knows who's going to join the turmoil at Vengeance Day? Regal said fucking what out there? A tag turmoil on pay-per-view. I'll say it, that's some corruption. There's gotta be a legal way out of this. Yeah, man, that really sucks. If only you hadn't turned everyone against us and had me fight every battle. Shut up, Waterboy. How'd you get fired as a teacher and somehow get more annoying? Yeah, speak when spoken to, dumb bitch. We got John Osborne to worry about right now. I have a way to find out who did it if you actually let me. I beg your pardon? Speak up, Unc. I can find out who attacked John Osborne if you let me back in my university. Nope, not getting us. That wasn't even a good attempt. I'm not lying. How then, since you're so smart? Because the university was funded and run in partnership with NXT, I was technically an employee as both talent and crew when I was teaching. I had access to security cameras, and there was one in the parking lot. If I'm back in my classroom, I can find out who attacked John. I still don't believe him, but keep a mental note of that on the off chance. You still a bitch, though. Yeah, and you're still not getting your university back, even if you're somehow right about this. Now it's time for the Women's North American title #1 contenders match, as in comes Jacy Jayne, the leader of Fatal Influence, who just hopped on the scene with Fallon Henley and still Jasmine Nix for now, or something. I have no idea, but she's been targeting the champion, but she still has to earn it against Kelani Jordan. This is a fatal 4-way to get to Vengeance Day, so now, after popping up on Stand and Deliver to challenge Ethan Page for the Heritage Championship, which is still intergender, but now the standout is trying to get to another title match at back-to-back pay-per-views as they take on Carmen Petrovic. She has never had an opportunity to stand out in this way, but she's been ready to have this. She claims herself to be gold-blooded, and a chance at Selena Adams is at stake, so now it's time to shing around. Don't hit me with that, please. But the final woman is Lola Vice. A lot of hype around this woman, and for good reason. She hits hard as hell and looks good doing it. She's a Latina, and she will let you know. So, with her second shot at the Women's North American Championship at the stake, God, I'm messing up my words, can Vice City bring home another championship? Who goes to Vengeance Day? Here we go, this one's gonna get interesting. We got 4 women all hungry for an opportunity, and Jacy Jayne already trying to get it right now. Jacy Jayne has had chances on the main roster, former women's tag team champion when that was around with Gigi Dolan, and now, when she was also around, but now, Kelani Jordan had a chance at the Heritage Championship, like we just mentioned. Lola Vice had a shot, technically, what the hell is Jacy Jayne trying? Technically at the North American Championship in the ladder match, in the crowning ladder match, and Carmen Petrovic, I think she was also in that match, but she was, I think, distracted by somebody who's not here anymore. So you know what? It's a fresh start for everybody. Jacy Jayne just called back down to NXT, which is probably her own decision to get herself back on track. And now, Kelani, oh no. And now, Lola, hold on a second. Now, got a kendo stick, trying her best to make herself famous in this match, but she's already famous. Don't worry about it. And now, Kelani flying around. Oh God, with a frog splash. Lola's too busy with Carmen, but now Kelani taking her down. but no, discus boot there from Jacy Jayne, but no, Lola sends Kelani into Jason? Who the hell is that? Who am I talking about? Jacy. That's me. Wait, no, goddamn. Anyway, Carmen Petrovich flying off the middle rope, get with the 305, but no, Kelani back in this, trying to go for maybe, the one of a kind, but got caught 305 with that back fist, but now looking for that one of a kind split-legged moonsault. 305 back fist to Carmen. It is down to Kelani and Lola Vice trying to get the shot at Vengeance Day, but there's Fallon and there's Jasmine somehow. Fallon, Henley, and Jasmine takes the fatal influence. Oh, goodness me. Taking out Kelani. Taking out Lola, trying to give Jacy Jayne the best possible situation to get herself back into this. But now Carmen back up to her feet as well as Jacy. Hold on a second. Carmen Petrovich trying her damnedest. Huge kick to the midsection. And no, whoa, that's Laney. Is it Laney Reed? I think it is. It is. Carmen Petrovich has seen the debut of this sassy Southern Belle, but Carmen's getting distracted here. I don't think Laney Reed's affiliated with anybody, but doing her own thing. Rolling encore. Jacy Jayne is going to Vengeance Day, and she looks as shocked as everybody else did. That's because of Laney Reed that Jacy Jayne is going to get a Women's North American Championship match. I thought Fallon and Jasmine coming in was enough to take out Kelani and Lola, but just fatal influence always got connections, even if they didn't expect that one. I don't even know if they know her. But Laney Reed, welcome to NXT. Not enough time to get your debut because there comes the Women's North American Champion. She's been dealing with fatal influence since the last NXT since the NXT after Stand and Deliver, and now at the very next pay-per-view at Vengeance Day, it's on for the championship. Candice LeRae again after a rough night trying to look over Austin Theory. Candice, great to see you again. At least it's not Giulia this time, but I really should leave here. I'm clearly not welcomed. You are to me, because we should have been able to finish what we started on the Raw after WrestleMania. I would love to wrestle you again. Yeah, we should have gotten to finish that, but I just think it has to wait. Every time I show up here, it's getting worse. I need everything with Austin to be out of sight, out of mind. I'll make you a deal. When I beat Giulia and retain my championship at Vengeance Day, next week, you get the first shot at the title. But it has to be here. You're good, Steph. See you next week. Hopefully. Myles, you feeling alright? I would have helped, but Charlie told me. I don't care what Charlie said. Does he now? After that performance? I'm not fully deaf, Charlie. I can still hear you talking all the time. If you'd finally let us be wrestlers instead of your test dummies, we'd have better performances. Guys, you keep stressing me out. We've only been a group for a little bit. This can't keep happening. Maybe you're okay with it because you're the only one of us to get a championship match since we formed. Tavion is finally getting his shot, but you have to be seeing this. Okay, I don't think I should really be the target. I did nothing. That might be your problem. You don't really do much. Everyone shut the hell up. I got a big title match against Ricky Saints at Vengeance Day, and I need the NQCC's full support. If I win this title, I also have a chance to bring the NXT Championship back. Whatever's been going on the past few weeks, in one ear, out the other. No offense, Myles, but I need you guys to chill out. Tavion. Good luck at Vengeance Day. I'm rooting for you. Ricky Saints doesn't deserve a damn thing he's ever been handed, and I see your fire. You need this for yourself more than anything else. Thank you, Ethan? Well, that's unexpected, but here's the entire rundown for Vengeance Day so far. As announced, the NXT Championship will be on the line as Alexander Bishop defends in a Falls Count Anywhere match against the TNA's Mike Santana. Also from United, Gavin Ashton and Azrael defend the NXT Tag Team titles in a tag turmoil match where anybody could enter that thing. Jacy Jayne won the Fatal 4-Way, meaning she will get her match against Selena Adams for the Women's North American Championship. Connor Murphy takes on Joe Hendry. hello there, as they finally go one-on-one. And Ethan Page gave Tavion Heights some motivation headed into his Heritage title match against Ricky Saints. And finally, we'll sign on the dotted line later tonight, but Giulia challenges Stephanie Vaquer for the NXT Women's World Championship in a must-see match. But now it's time for the North American Championship match. Well, a lot calmer today from DarkState because Saquon Shugars is coming out here for his title match. 2 weeks ago, him and Dion Lennox beat Chris Velvet and Javon Evans with Saquon pinning the champion, meaning he got himself this match. Last week, the rest of DarkState made their intentions clear. When they strike, nobody's safe, but will Saquon be snowing in titles? Because if not, he ain't going, as he takes on Chris Velvet, the current North American champion ever since sold out last year, or earlier this year. Last year's breakout tournament winner had a banger with Javon Evans at Stand and Deliver, but won because of Saquon's interference. Him and Javon agreed to team up and take down DarkState with the intention of a rematch, but Velvet is alone because him and the young OG got into a bit of an altercation about what took place and who should be what champion. So the clock might strike midnight on this Phoenix's championship reign, put the North American title to the sky. DarkState has only been around since the beginning of 2K25's game cycle pretty much. At Stand and Deliver, they made their presence felt, taking out, oh my god, taking out Chris Velvet. I almost forgot for a second, even though it's the match we're talking about. Taking out Chris Velvet and Javon Evans because Saquon Shugars threw a chair into the ring while Javon Evans was trying to put away Chris Velvet. You have to think that maybe Velvet would not be North American champion if it wasn't for Saquon Shugars, and he wants it for himself. And now in his first singles match, Shugars already in his second match trying to get himself a championship. DarkState trying to take over NXT, and with a Blue Thunder bomb, he made just do it, but no. Saquon now send him into the corner. Hold on a second. Look at this man. Look at two. Fly. Oh my god. You better recognize this man. Got it. No, hold on a second. Not able to get that one, but a sit out powerbomb there from Velvet. Now hold on, trying to get out of here as quick as possible before DarkState can even get involved. But it looks like Saquon is, oh god, taking it to him. That might be a rope break, but Adrian Butler don't know shit. But now Saquon, huge shot there, and a sliced bread. Okay. No, went for an elbow drop, but no. Velvet now got him. Hold on a second. Shout out to former NXT champion, a Styles Clash pinfall attempt. No, Saquon kicks out. And now Velvet, hold on a second, oh my god, he's flying around. And look at the North American champion go, breakout tournament winner, but no, Saquon, oh god. Look at this man go. Just every situation he can maneuver his way out of, he's just that smooth. It don't get no sweeter than that. He up next. Oh, he was trying to be up next, but he might be up never as he's down on the ground. Huge chop there from Velvet. Hold on a second, combination are flying in. This is when he gets activated. This is when Chris Velvet proves why he's North American champion. Taste of Saquon's own medicine with a hurricane run off the top rope, calling him up for maybe the palace in the sky, but no, Saquon able to dodge it, able to catch him off guard, and I'm rolling him up. Wait a second, trying to win the championship. No, Velvet flips the leverage. Hold on. No, Saquon kicks out, but taking him down. A little slide attack there. Oh no, Saquon moved out of the way. Snapmare take down. Huge kick outside of the head, or upside of the head, and now went for forearm in the corner. These two going back and forth, and now Velvet trying to pull a fast one, trying to keep the championship, but no, Saquon kicks out. Velvet into the corner, setting up for Skyrus. He's hit this many a times. Shout out to Speedball. Oh, the double knees right to the back, into the cover quickly. He knows how much it means. He's acting with urgency. He's acting with urgency, going for Palace in the Sky once again, but Saquon has scouted everything. And now, look at him go. Oh, Lord. Dropping him. This is what pinned him a week ago, or 2 weeks ago it was, but not able to do it this week. We're kicking out tonight. Huge forearm from Velvet. And oh god, that's Cutler James, but Velvet's trying to jump the gun. Dion Lennox and Osiris Griffin are here, but Velvet's not going to let it happen. That could have been a disqualification, but Osiris Griffin gets taken down. He took out all of DarkState by himself, but a Blue Thunder bomb. No! Velvet kicks out. Velvet kicks out. Saquon now up to the top rope. Whoa! The chair! The same chair. Oh God, it was thrown by Javon. This match has been thrown out. That's a DQ. Javon Evans doing the same thing Saquon did to him and stand and deliver. And he's taking out everybody. OG Cutter to Velvet. Middle of the road to Saquon Shugars. That tornado splash. Javon Evans is fed up. This is the most I've had to work this entire year. Vengeance Day is going to be big, and we can't contain this entire mess. Velvet, Evans, Shugars, triple threat for the North American Championship. Another bombshell from Mr. Regal tonight, as Chris Velvet has a disadvantage of Vengeance Day against both Javon Evans and Saquon Shugars of DarkState. The men's North American title is getting crazy. After seeing all the contract signings and how they never go well, I will serve as the mediator for Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer to sign the contract for their dream match main event for the NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day. Now please welcome first... Well, that's a great way to start. The challenger, Giulia, is not wasting any time getting herself inserted into this contract signing, not even letting Ava say her name. The beautiful madness has a mission, and she's not willing to wait around. Hurry up. Get her out here. Well, I'm trying to make this go perfectly fine, but yes, please welcome the champion, Stephanie Vaquer. Well, here comes the confident champion, the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vaquer. La Primera already made some deals with Candice LeRae and has had a target on her by Giulia, but it all comes to a head in the main event of Vengeance Day. Sign the contract, Stephanie. Sign your fate away. You just don't want to talk to me, do you? Why would I? I'll do my talking with your title being raised in my hand while you are laying flat in the ring. No, I want to talk to you, Giulia. Why? What do you care for? You're avoiding it. You're stalling to avoid me beating the hell out of you. But when has that ever happened? Please tell me. You're quiet now. In no company and in no universe has Giulia ever beaten Stephanie Vaquer one-on-one. That's why you hate me so much. But it's fine. I will gladly do what I've always done and beat the beautiful madness with a championship on the line. Why the hell? I wasn't planning on showing up tonight after being screwed last week, but when I heard about this contract signing, I had my driver get me over here very swiftly. Who is this driver? I warned you once, don't you ever... Anyway, you know I love to put myself in the best positions. So I managed to maneuver my way into the greatest position at Vengeance Day. Giulia, Stephanie, I wanted a front row seat to watch you both tear each other apart before I take my rightful place as champion. Don't worry about the specifics, but I am now your special guest referee. Did I just hear that right? Did you let this happen? Ava, what are you doing? I think that's official. Somehow they've signed a contract for more than just the title match. Instead of Giulia versus Stephanie Vaquer one-on-one for the NXT Women's Championship, it's still one-on-one, but Blake Monroe will serve as the special guest referee. That's all we have for you tonight. Vengeance Day is coming very soon. Don't you miss a goddamn thing. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTuber-ish, please. That'll help me in the algorithm.